My name's Aaron Mace, and today I wanted to tell you a story that comes from a country called Poland, and it's called Why Dogs Chase Cats. Have you ever wondered that? This story may teach you why. And it starts with a bunch of dogs who are sleeping in their house and they wake up in the morning. What do you want to do today? And they look at each other and say, well, let's go play in the park. Great idea! And the dogs run out into the park. But somebody was watching. It was the dog catchers. And the dog catchers see the dogs and they yell, "Dogs in the park! Grab your nets!" And they grab their nets and they run out into the park after the dogs. And the dogs run away. And the dog catchers come to the edge of the park and say, "Stay out of the park!" And the dogs go back home. Well, the next day, the dogs wake up. What do I want to do today? Let's go play in the park. Great idea. And the dogs run out into the park. But somebody was watching. It was the dog catchers. And when they see the dog catchers yell, "Dogs in the park! Grab your nets!" And they grab their nets and they run out into the park after the dogs. And the dogs run away. And the dog catchers come up to the edge of the park and say, "Stay out of the park!" Whoa. Well, the dogs decide to go home and talk about this. We gotta figure something out. What are we gonna do? We need some help. We should go and ask the king and queen for help. They'll be able to help us. And so they walked around the edge of the park. They did not go in the park. And they walked all the way to the king and the queen's house, and they knocked on the king and queen's door. The queen opened the door and saw the dogs outside and said, "Dogs, what are you doing here?" And the dogs said, "We need your help." So the queen said, come on in. What can we do for you?" The dogs sat down in front of the king and the queen, and they told them what had been going on. They said, "Every day we go and play in the park. And every day the dog catchers chase us out of the park." The queen looked at the dogs and said, "Well, are you barking really loudly?" And the dog said, "No. The king looked at the dogs and said, "Dogs, are you digging up flowers?" And the dog said, "No. And the queen looked at the dogs and said, "Dogs, are you biting children?" No. The queen said, "Well, it sounds like you need a proclamation." Huh? The dog said, "What's a proclamation?" So the queen told him. She said, "It's a long sheet of paper that says, 'Do not bother the dogs if they are not causing trouble.' And the queen will sign it and the king will sign it. Does that sound like something you would like, dogs?" And the dog said, "Yeah, that would be great." So they got a long sheet of paper and they wrote, "Do not bother the dogs if they are not causing trouble." And the queen signed it real big and the king signed it real big, and they rolled it up. And they gave it to the dogs. And the dogs took the proclamation and said, "Wow, thank you. We better take this home." So the dogs took the proclamation and walked very carefully around the edge of the park all the way back to their house. And they brought the proclamation inside and said, "We've got to hide this somewhere. We've got to keep it safe. Where could we hide it? Oh, one dog got an idea. "I know, we could put it in my mouth." No. Too slobbery. Where could we keep it? I know, we could dig a hole and put it in the bottom of the hole. No. Too dirty. Where could we put it? Where could we keep it safe? One dog got an idea. I know what we could do. We could give it to our best friends, the cats. They'll keep it safe for us. They're our best friends. And all the dogs thought that was a great idea. So the dogs very carefully walked around the edge of the park. They did not go in the park. All the way to the cat's house. And they knocked on Cat's door. The cat opened the door and said, "Hey, dogs, what are you doing here?" And the dog said, "We need your help." cat said, of course, come on in, come on in. So the dogs went inside. And the cat said, dog, what can we do for you? And the dog said, well, we need you to keep our proclamation safe. And the cat said, what's a proclamation? So the dogs told him. They said, it's a long sheet of paper that says, look, you can see, do not bother the dogs if they are not causing trouble. And it's signed by the queen and the king. And we rolled it up just like this. Will you keep it safe for us, cats? And the cats said, sure. So the dogs gave the proclamation to the cats. And the cats took the proclamation and the dogs went home. Now, the cats looked at each other and said, we've got to keep this proclamation safe. It is very important. Where could we put it? Where could we put it? And one cat got an idea and said, I know, we could put it up in a tree. No. What if it rains? It might get wet up there. Where could we keep it? Where? I know, we could put it in the litter box. No. Too dirty. Where could we keep it? And then one cat got a great idea. This cat said, I know what we could do. We could put it in the top of the tallest tower. Nobody ever goes up there. It will be safe. And all the cats thought that was a great idea. So they took the proclamation and they went to the tower. And you know how towers sometimes have like those spiral staircases that go around? The cat started to go up that staircase. Whoa. And they got to the top of the tower. Oh, that looks like a good spot to put it. Well, right here in the corner. And they took the proclamation and put it down in the corner. And then they went back down the stairs again. Whoa. And they got down and they walked all the way back to their house all dizzy. Now, the cats didn't know this, but somebody did live in the top of the tower. It was a mouse. And do you know what mice like to eat sometimes? They do like cheese, but they also like to eat paper. And the little mouse came out of the mouse hole and saw the proclamation and said, ooh, breakfast! And the mouse ate the whole proclamation. Uh-oh. Well, the next day, the dogs woke up. What do you want to do today? Let's go play in the park. Great idea. And the dogs ran out into the park. But somebody was watching. It was the dog catchers. And when they saw the dogs, the dog catchers yelled, dogs in the park, grab your nets. And they grabbed their nets and they ran out into the park after the dogs. But this time, the dogs did not run away. And the dog catcher said, dogs, why are you not running away? And the dog said, because we have a proclamation. Huh? And the dog catcher said, what's a proclamation? So the dogs told them. They said it's a long sheet of paper that says, do not bother the dogs if they are not causing trouble. And it's signed by the queen and the king. And they put a big stamp on it like this. And the dog catcher said, okay, show us your proclamation. And the dog said, don't worry, we kept it somewhere safe. Follow us. So the dogs started running, and the dog catchers were following behind them. And they went all the way to the cat's house, and they knocked on Cat's door. And Cats opened the door and said, hey dogs, what are you doing back so soon? And the dog said, we need our proclamation. And the cat said, don't worry, we put it somewhere safe. Follow us. So the cats were scratching, and the dogs were running, and the dog catchers were following behind them until they got to that tower, and they started to go up the tower. Whoa. And they got to the top of the tower, and they were dizzy, and they looked around, and the cat said, see, the proclamation is right. It's gone. But just then, the little mouse came out of the mouse house, the hole, and the cats saw the mouse and knew what had happened. And the cats started chasing the mouse in a circle, saying, Where's the proclamation? Where's the proclamation? Where's the proclamation? And then the dog started chasing the cat, saying, where's the proclamation? Where's the proclamation? Where's the proclamation? And then the dog catcher started chasing the dog, saying, where's the proclamation? Where's the proclamation? Where's the proclamation? And all of this noise, the king and the queen heard it from down in the castle. And they came up to see what was going on, and then you know what they saw? They saw dog catchers chasing dogs, dogs chasing cats, and cats chasing mice. And ever since that day, dogs have chased cats. The